slides I'm using are on Blackboard, but I have most of the concepts right in front of you. So we're going to start with some definitions. An experiment, a probability experiment. You want to close the door, Jerome, or at least 3/4 of the way? So if I have a probability experiment, an experiment is nothing more than something that I do, an action, a trial, some scenario in which the specific results of whatever I do, I can count. It's a measurement, or I get a response. And the easy way is rolling a die. The experiment would be rolling a single die. I take a look at the results. What I would record is the number of dots that are showing on the die. If I roll 2 die, I might say I'm going to record the total number of dots. If you roll 2 die, I might get a 7, an 8, a 10, or 12, or something like that. If it's a deck of cards, the experiment might be drawing 2 cards out of the deck and see if I get the same color or the same, if I get 2 jacks, okay, that would be the experiment. But I'm recording what the results of the experiment are. The outcomes of the experiment is simply the result of a single trial. Now, if I could roll the die 6,000 times, that would be 6,000 trials. And the outcome is the result of one individual trial. That make sense, everybody? So another piece of definition is a sample space. The sample space is a set of all possible outcomes. So if I am talking about rolling a single die, the easiest possible example, the sample space is the experiment is to roll 1 die and then count to see how many dots I have. The outcome would be what I get on any of the individual roll. Now, the possibilities are defined by the sample space. So the possibilities would be a sample space. My results could be a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So the sample space is all the possibilities that define how the experiment can possibly end. Now, an event consists of 1 or more elements of the sample space. Now, my event, I might say, an event might be, I'm interested to see if I get an even number. Let's say the event is I get event E, I get even number. Now, if the event that I'm concerned about, and we usually write events with a capital letter, it could be E or A or T, but the event here, it says it's a subset or 1 or more outcomes, and it's a subset of the sample space. Well, if what my event I'm interested in is I get an even number, that event could be accomplished by getting a 2, a 4, or a 6. So any of 3 possible outcomes. Make sense? The definitions make sense to everybody? All right, so let's take a look at maybe problem 1. Take, I don't know, maybe 3-4 minutes and do problem 1A, B, and C. Go ahead and define the sample space and tell me how many outcomes are in the sample space. In problem 1, 2, and 1A, B, and C. Everybody see that on the worksheet? And I would wildly encourage you to work together, collaborate, check to see